There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away. Heading to the sun, only you and me.
Hey guys, Cyndi here. We are back at the office, and I have to say I had an amazing weekend. Our first Baecation, where my husband surprised me and took me to a hotel. Very much out of my comfort zone, by the way, because I usually book 100% of all of our vacations, but it was so fun, and we're actually going to make this kind of an ongoing thing. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, we love to visit hotels, we love to travel all over the world, and we love to give you guys the scoop on what we call is the ungoogleable stuff. So we've actually come up with a ranking system recently that we're going to use for all of our property and hotel tours going forward, and it's a 5 pineapple system. And what it's going to cover is comfort. So things like, how does the mattress feel? Does it sleep good? I don't know about you, but like, these are the important things that like, I wish I knew ahead of time when I send clients or when we're going to go on vacation. So I really am going to attack all of that stuff you can't really find like online. So we're going to look at comfort, which is going to be things like sleep quality, pillows, was the mattress comfortable? We're going to look at things like shower pressure. We're going to look at the cleanliness of the room and overall amenities. So that first pineapple, all of that falls under kind of that comfort category. Second pineapple is going to be ambiance. How are they theming either the property or the resort or the boutique hotel or wherever we're going? Are they on point with whatever theme they are trying to accomplish? The third one is hospitality. How are you interacting with the staff and with everyone during your stay? So I think that's a really important one too, because that really is like the life of the property. So hospitality is the third pineapple. The fourth one, one of my favorites, food and drink quality. We are actually going to eat always on property. We're going to test out different meals, not just one meal. We're going to try to get a breakfast, a lunch, or a dinner, maybe even the pool service, depending on the property and how much time we have there. But we're really going to try to give you guys an indicator of the quality of the food and drinks that are available for you or your families as you travel. And the last one is the activities. What is there to do on that particular property? So things like the pool, is there a spa, fitness? Do they have other unique things that would be fun for your family to do? And some of those hidden gems that you don't know until you get there. So that is our 5 pineapple system. So today we're talking about the Granduca here in Austin, and we're going to go through each of these categories. So let's talk about comfort first. Comfort was great at this. So Granduca is a luxury boutique hotel. That's how I would classify it. And the bed was amazing, comfortable mattress. It was a little on the firmer side, but it still had like that cushion so you could like sink in. And the pillows were lovely. Like they were like, I don't know if they were feather pillows, but they were definitely like the kind that you can just kind of sink into like a cloud. So A+ on that. Shower pressure was absolutely fine. Cleanliness was great in the room. And overall great amenities. They had some little touches that you don't always see. Like they had a scale in the bathroom. My husband loves to have a scale on vacation because he feels like it keeps him in check with whatever he's eating every day. I don't care, but that's like one of those little ones that not all properties have, but this one did. So that was pretty cool. And in our package that we purchased, we also had wine in the room, which was really cool. So that was an optional add-on. And I'm going to go through prices here in a second too for you guys so you can see what we actually spent on our trip. But the wine was a really nice touch. And then we also had a little coffee and tea maker that came in handy because my husband couldn't sleep. So he just made himself a cup of tea and he said it was lovely in the middle of the night. So that was great. And a little microwave, little fridge, and they had 2 waters that were chilled and waiting for us upon arrival. So I felt like the comfort level was great. Ambiance is what we're going to cover next. So theming. This hotel is very much Italy in the hillside of Austin. So it's like this amazing blend of like tying in the rustic chic that is cool Austin, like in the hill country, but they use the hills to their advantage, and they really themed the hotel out in this Italian style, which I've been to Italy several times, and I thought it was a really unique approach, and it was kind of lovely. Like they had a area where you could definitely tell they did weddings or parties, where it was just like a balcony or I think they had a name for it. I have it somewhere in the video, but you could go out in the it wasn't a balcony because it was on the main floor, but it was like this big area, and it had a little wishing well, and it had these, beautiful artwork painted on the wall, and it was just kind of lovely. It was like a great place to sit. But all through the hotel, they carried that theme. Like the lobbies and in the hallways, they had books about Italian architecture and art, and that was really neat to see it carried all the way through. We even had like wooden beams in our room, which I thought was like a nice touch, and they had some type of crest above the bed. I didn't really understand the significance, but it definitely felt like it was old world rustic, which I thought was really cool. And then carried into the dining room, I felt like they had this beautiful room where you could have parties. There's actually a gentleman there, and he was hosting a party for his 16-year-old daughter, and they kind of rented out this whole wine room, and it was really cool. Obviously they weren't drinking wine because they were 16, but the beauty of the room was magnificent. Like it had the giant wine bottles, and it had like the from the barrel, like the end of the barrel on the wall. It was really pretty. I thought it was really well done. And then what I really liked about this hotel is, although you could say, okay, it's a boutique high-end hotel, like do you have to dress fancy for dinner? No, they tied in like the Austin rustic, and the waiters literally had jeans on and like a nice top. So you didn't feel like weird, like wearing jeans with a nice top to dinner. And I kind of appreciate that, because when you're trying to like relax and be on vacation, that was really nice. Not that I don't like to throw on a lovely dress once in a while, but on this particular day, we had just worked a really long week, and I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's in jeans. The waiters are in jeans. I'm just going to wear my capri jeans and a cute little top to dinner, and that was perfectly fine. But the ambiance, guys, I think was lovely, tied all the way through the hotel, right down to the pool area where they had another fountain. They had beautiful cabanas, and then everything was backed up against this beautiful countryside. So just lovely, lovely theming. I thought they did a great job. Hospitality. How we were treated from the point we hopped into the hotel to the point we left. Hospitality, you guys, at the Granduca was impeccable. We had an issue with an elevator, and they actually went with us all the way up to our room to make sure we got to the right place, and the elevator was having a little issue. Anyway, and we got a late checkout. Everyone we interacted with was just fantastic. When we were having dinner, we had the manager come out twice and check in on, and they didn't know we were there to review. So we kind of keep that a secret. We actually pay for our own reservations. We don't tell hotels ahead of time that we're coming. We just show up, so we get a really honest review of the property. So anyway, manager came out twice, checked on us. Great hospitality. And that's going to bring me to the next one, which is food and drink quality. We tried 2 experiences while we were here at the Hotel Granduca. One of them was dinner. We had a 3 or 4 course dinner, and then we had brunch the following day. So dinner was delightful. I have to say there were only a few families in the dining room, so very low key. Food was amazing. We started with drinks, of course. My husband had a cranberry and vodka, so pretty simple. I wanted to try the cocktail, the Hotel Granduca signature cocktail. So I tried that. It really packed a punch. It wasn't super sweet, and I'm a fan of more sweet cocktails, but you have to try the signature cocktail when you're going. So it was good. It was just like strong. So I drank most of that one, and then I moved on to my next cocktail, which was a Bellini. And I have to tell you, if you love a Bellini or you love a sweet drink, it may have been one of my top most perfect Bellinis I've ever had all over the world. So very well crafted drinks. I think A+ on drinks, absolutely. Now, let's talk dinner. We started with the chef's board. They have a chef's board for 2, which is great because sometimes you don't want a giant charcuterie board, or, you just want like that little dainty one. But it was actually a lot of food for 2 people. It was lovely. It had bread. It had almonds. It had the most unusual thing. Of course, it had cheese, and it had prosciutto, and it had all of the regular things. It had these pickled carrots. Saying that out loud sounds disgusting, but for some reason they were so delicious. They tasted like, I don't know, like Thanksgiving in a carrot that tastes like a pickle. Yeah, it's weird, but that's why you do this stuff, because you find these little unique little kind of things, and that would be one of the most unique things from dinner. That was a happy surprise, because I'm not a big super fan of carrots or pickled things, but I am a fan of Thanksgiving. So I don't know, somehow it worked together. So the chef's board was a lovely way to start dinner. My husband had a salad. I skipped the salad, and then we went on to entrees. So I had the salmon, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was delicious. I love a perfectly cooked salmon where there's like, it's not too soft in the middle. Like I like a firmer salmon, and that's exactly what this is. And it had a nice salt crust on it. It was also on top of what they called a carrot Mediterranean puree, which is the whole reason I tried the dish, because I thought, how is that going to go together? But it was delicious. It was kind of like a carrot mash, but a very refined mash. And it did have the flavors of like the Mediterranean in there. So somehow they tied that all together, and it just paired perfectly with the salmon. My husband had the roasted chicken, which he said was perfectly cooked, and it was delicious as well. So, dinner is amazing. We also had dessert. Oh my gosh. So my husband tried Nona's tart, which was like a lemon tart. He said it was a little heavy on kind of like the pastry side. He doesn't like too much crust. But if you do love crust, I think the Nona's tart would be delightful for you. It was delicious and it looked amazing. I didn't actually try it because I was too busy with what do they call this? The bomboloni. I'm probably saying that wrong, but these little donuts that they fill with cream, and they're served hot with like chocolate sauce and some type of like, I don't know if it was cinnamon sugar or some type of sugar on top. You guys, it was like the highlight of the meal. We definitely should have just shared that because Baye came over and started eating. Like it was like a little bowl of all these little donuts. Definitely a shareable dessert. And it was just delightful. So that was the perfect way to finish our meal. And then we were off to catch the sunset poolside. But dinner was amazing. I just loved every part of it. It was delightful. The next day we tried brunch, and brunch was good. I think it was a solid, good brunch. I wouldn't go just for brunch at that hotel. Like sometimes you're like, we'll go to that hotel just for brunch and not even stay there. I don't think it was that level of a brunch experience, but definitely the food quality carried over into the morning. So I had the lemon ricotta pancakes with fire roasted strawberries. Never had fire roasted strawberries before, but they were delightful. So I loved my breakfast. I thought it was good. Coffee was delicious. And another surprise thing for me, I wanted to try one of the freshly crafted juices, the cold pressed juices that they have. And so they had an orange pineapple beet, and I am not a fan of beet, but I just saw the other thing sounded good, and I asked the waiter which of these juices is like the best one, and he said that one. And you know what, guys, it was delicious, and I didn't even mind the beet taste at all because the orange and pineapple, it just kind of, I don't know, somehow it worked. But that was delicious and ended up being my favorite part of the meal. My husband had a delicious omelet, and he had a side of berries and yogurt and also some coffee as well. So we had a delightful, delightful brunch. So food and drink quality, really nice, you guys. I'm going to give you guys a final pineapple score here in just a second. But the last one we want to talk about is activities. So this is one of those areas where we go and check out all the facilities. I want to start with the positives. So the pool spa area was beautiful. There was not a ton of people, and I love that it just backs up to the Austin Hill Country. We actually were able to catch the sunset right after dinner. We walked down and watched it from kind of the pool deck, and it was just so beautiful and romantic. It was just lovely. And so I feel like the pool and spa is very relaxing. There were not a lot of people there, so depending on when you go, and we were there on a Friday night, but it was kind of like the weekend before school started, so very light on attendance at the hotel. There was only one other family at the pool the first night, and then the next day we only saw 2 other families at the pool the whole time. So I didn't feel the need to get a cabana or book a cabana, but we got you guys some great pictures. The cabanas look lovely. If it's busy, I think it would be worth it because the pool is on I would say what is medium size. It's not an overly large pool. It's not a small pool. It's kind of right in the middle. But lovely, beautiful, and in the backdrop of Austin, which is amazing. The fitness center was great. If you have to get a workout in and that's part of like your daily routine, you will not be disappointed at the Granduca. They had free weights. They had tons of cardio machines. They had, other machines in there. I don't know what they all did, but they looked fantastic. So we got a great peek at the fitness center. My husband was super pleased to see that because he loves to have a great gym on property. So that was amazing. Another unique thing that they had at the Granduca that I thought was cool is they had a game room. The game room was really fun. I feel like if you had kids, this would be a really cool place. They had the giant Connect 4, which I thought was a lot of fun. They have a pool table and some even giant Jenga that you could build in there. So looks like your family can have a lot of fun in there. There was literally nobody in that room, and overall not a ton of kids on property. So those were the main amenities at the Granduca. They didn't have a spa, they didn't have a gift shop. So those were areas where I felt like maybe there were some opportunities if they build out in the future, have different things that they offer. And they had a little tiny business center too, but it was just kind of like more like a desk kind of business center. But definitely doable, especially if you're going there for like a romantic weekend. So let's go through our ranking. So for comfort, those glorious mattresses, heavenly pillows, just the comfort level at this resort, I'm giving it a full pineapple. So earned your full pineapple Granduca on that one. Ambiance, I'm going to give it 3/4 of a pineapple with the combo of Italy and rustic chic Austin. I felt like was really blended well together. So a nice high score at 3/4 of a pineapple. Hospitality, you guys blew it out of the park. Amazing hospitality. Everybody we dealt with was just top notch, took care of us. Late checkout, all of those things were fantastic. Full pineapple ranking on that. Food and drink quality, we're going to give it a solid 3/4. Great food, great drinks. Not the best we've ever had at a resort, but amazing nonetheless and absolutely fabulous for a weekend stay. Facilities, I'm going to give it a half pineapple because we're lacking a little bit in the facilities department. But again, if you're going for a weekend getaway, shouldn't be a big deal. If a pool and a gym, if that suffices, and a little game room, that definitely does the trick. So that brings us to a total score of 4 pineapples for the Hotel Granduca. And would we go back again? You bet we would. This is definitely going to be one of our staples when we're sneaking away here in Austin. It was just gorgeous and had an amazing time. I would not hesitate to send clients here, which is our last thing I want to share with you, especially if you're one of the travel agents who follows our channel. Who is this hotel best for? Romantic getaways? Absolutely. This is a great spot for a romantic getaway or a staycation. If you have business in the Austin area, this would be a perfect hotel to close that big deal. It has class, it has elegance, it has an ambiance about it. So being able to sit and have meetings and you talk through and just in that relaxed environment, this would be a great hotel if you are doing business. Weddings, events, parties, all of those, if they're on if you're thinking about having a small wedding or a beautiful party or an event, they had beautiful conference room. And remember, they have that area that spills out and it just feels like Italy, especially in the evening when the little lights come on. I think it would be a great location to consider for one of your events or parties. And bonus, my husband said this would be a great property if you're writing a book. So aspiring authors, book your stay at the Granduca. One of the last thing I want to say is it might not be the best property for family stays if you're staying for a long time. I think it would be great for a staycation for a couple of nights. We did see a couple families with kids there, but primarily it's more, there were more adults just on property and not as many kid type amenities, right? So I think staycation, yes, if you have a family, but if you're looking for something that's a week long, we definitely have some other options in Austin that we would recommend. All right, guys, I almost forgot. We wanted to tell you how much we paid. What did the hotel folio come out to? Again, that ungoogleable stuff that you don't know. So remember, I didn't book this, even though I am the Wanderlust CEO. My husband surprised me with this. He booked us on a package rate, so kudos to him. $289. That did include wine in our room. And we were able to get a late checkout. I don't know if that was part of the package or not, but $289 was the package rate. Dinner, $164.65. Remember, we had a 4-course meal and 3 drinks between the two of us, so it was very lovely. And of course, we had to try all of the good things for you guys, so don't judge us on our dinner fee, but it was delightful. So I don't think you'd probably spend that much on dinner if you weren't like Instagramming and doing all the things that we do, but maybe you do. Maybe you love to have a 4-course dinner. I don't know. Resort fee, $25 a night. Self-parking, $15 a night. All taxes. Total came to $511.93. Now, disclaimer, that is before brunch. I think we paid separately on a different credit card for brunch, so keep that in mind. Less than $600. Let's just say that for a lovely, amazing vacation at the Granduca. If you guys are not already doing romantic getaways with your loved one, like take time to do this. This was such a great way. We've been running crazy busy with our kids and with all the companies that we run to just take a minute, just one night. Like it's so worth the money. It's so worth the time. And remember to support local travel agents in your area. If your travel agent shared this video with you, please reward them by booking this trip and all of your vacations with them for years to come. If you don't already have a list, of a certified, skilled, amazing travel agent. I'll put a link down below of some of my favorite travel agents. I'm sure you can find one that you love, and we really appreciate your support in the travel industry. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our amazing content. We have a ton of new hotel reviews coming up, and we can't wait to share them all with you. So don't forget to do that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me.
Do you guys ever find like weird treasures in hotels and wonder, is it stuck to the thing? It's not, oh, this is gonna be a photo moment, hang on. I mean, can we talk about Instagrammable moments? You can find them here.